Hey, what up, man? So, shout out to Obsidian. He had a panel last night. You know, as he usually does in this show, and I got on there. There was two ladies on there, two older women. One, I think both of them in their 40s. To be honest with you, one was a black woman, one was a Hispanic chick, and we got to the point of where the black woman, who lives in Atlanta, by the way, Atlanta, Georgia, made the poignant statement that 42K a year is broke. Okay. And I challenged her on that because, again, as y'all know, I'm from Macon, Georgia, born and raised. And just off the strength of me knowing the cost of living there, without even having the research, I hadn't even did the research yet, so I have to give that little bit of honesty and transparency there. I was going off a hitch, so to speak. But during the same time, during that show, I went and I Googled it, and I was more than right. Because not only was I right, the average household income in Macon, Georgia is $39,000. Again, household. And I think what people keep misunderstanding is when you say household, it's saying two working adults, more likely than not. Okay? Right. Most individuals aren't making $42,000 a year. And I am saying this to tell you, black man, don't let anybody tell you you're broke. Okay? Especially, like I said, if you're nowhere near your earning potential, your upward mobility towards making it to whatever your career aspirations are, do not allow a woman to broke shame you. Especially when we know, again, black women now have a 0 to negative net worth. And to put that in perspective, these are black women that include all of your famous entertainers, i.e. Oprah Winfrey, who is the richest African-American woman on the planet. Okay? Not African woman, I said African-American. Okay? Richest African-American woman on the planet. Still billionaire status. Okay? And Beyonce, and list goes on. But yet and still, even with those two financial powerhouses, black women have a 0 to negative net worth. Right. Black men, bruh, if she's talking to you about money, about how much you make, and all these other things in the first place, get out of there. She don't care about you. And this is another challenge I have for the high value man concept, because again, one, what are all the young dudes supposed to do? Young dudes don't deserve a faithful relationship in their 20s, somebody that they can relate to, somebody that they can build with and grow with, not just career-wise or financially, but as a person, a family, into old age. Or he's just supposed to be out here and wait till his 40s, 40 plus at that, and then get some much younger chick that 9 times out of 10 don't want him for him, only wants him for what he has. Again, man, I'm not in this for the better outcome of these chicks. All right, that's the high value man approach and all these other things is the woman winning, because you have to show and prove. You have to be successful. You have to have this, I think, was it a 5-year run of making 6 figures for her to pay you any attention. And that's just unrealistic, man. At the end of the day, everybody's not going to be high value. At the end of the day, that's not just men. That's not just black men. That's not white men. That's not Asian men. Again, there's a reason why there's a very small percentage of people that meet the 6-figure or better threshold. And I think since we got to this point, and of course, it was a great topic or whatnot, now some of the luster or infatuation is worn off with it. We really need to start dissecting it, because for the betterment of black men, not only black men, black people overall, these women are going to have to be retrained to understand that a man that's making 40K a year on his own in a place where, again, the household income is lower than that, that man is more than comfortable. That man is more than equipped and capable of providing for him and a family, even at her level. Okay? That's even without her working. So when the woman kept saying 42, and she wouldn't, and she would not relinquish that point, because again, this is what black women do. Black women are the ultimate disqualifiers. No one is saying that a man should cap out at 42K, but at some point in time in your life, you're going to make 42K on the way to 100,000. Very, very few people jump out of whatever college or trade school or whatever it may be and jump from $0 to immediately to 6 figures. Very few. Most career paths have a gradual increase as you go on. That's the reason why 40 years old is where you start hitting your, where you start hitting your top earning potential. So we need to stop having this conversation, especially amongst each other's, man, where like, oh, if you make 6 figures, you broke. Even if you do make 6 figures ain't no money in Atlanta. 6 figures ain't no money in LA. 6 figures ain't no money in Chicago. Again, man, what are these? Is the majority of the country Atlanta, Chicago, LA, New York City, Philly? You know what I'm saying? Is that what it is? Miami? No. So why are we so quick to disqualify it? Okay? Dude's literal blood, sweat, and tears of earning a living legally. And the first thing we want to do is discount it. Fellas, look, man. This is why I say you got to have the ultimate confidence and just say the hell with what people got to say that's negative, bro. Especially on this journey. That's why I rub a lot of people the wrong way. Listen, this is why I was trying to tell y'all a lot earlier. The military is not a bad thing. It's a good springboard to give you a lot of keys. Okay? To be a higher earner much faster. Free trades, security clearance, veterans preference, VA loans, a whole bunch of other things. And this isn't, I'm not trying to turn this into a recruiting video, what have you. But ultimately, we have to stop allowing, and we need to start with ourselves first, this broke language, man. Again, this goes back to rap music and all these other things. If you ain't got the big chain, you broke. If you ain't got the new Benz truck or now what is a Bentley truck, you broke. And you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got iced out grill, you broke. All these different things, man. And again, when you live in the real world, you have to approach things from reality. Okay? And if we're going to be responsible, we care about the progress of black people as a whole, we're going to have to stop this stuff in its tracks, bro. Seriously. There's no way that a man, when, again, we know the vast majority of the country and the median household income, all right, is what it is. If a man's making $40,000 and he's well on his way to, progressing, improving, and all these different things, that he's somehow broke. Even more importantly than that, look, man, you're only as broke as the debt you have. If you out here, you don't have any debt, you're not out here trying to live beyond your means, $40,000 is more than enough, especially if you're single and childless. Okay? So, again, you have to shout this stuff down, man, and challenge it to the fullest when people are out here saying these things, because if you don't, that's men and women alike. Okay? All right? Money is a tool, very, very important tool, but there's just as many people that are making 6 figures and more, and they're dead broke because they owe people so much money. They're still living beyond their means with that 6+ figure salary. Don't believe me? Go holler at Allen Iverson. Okay? Go holler at any, famous athlete that's pretty much living off of their image and their past, and that's pretty much it. But I just needed to come here and say that, man, because I keep hearing this thing and I keep constantly hearing it. And people try to income shame people, you know, even when they don't have the income yourself. Listen, bro, should no person that's making less money than you call you broke? And again, we know the majority of black women's net worth, again, a black woman's net worth as a whole is $0 to -$. There's no room for black women to talk. Okay? If she stayed where you stay, and both of y'all work, the numbers are in your favor for you to work more, for you to make more than her. Granted, you're working at a decent job. Don't be out here trying to fool yourself and you know what I'm saying? You working at a cashier somewhere or you know what I'm saying? And again, granted, if that's what you got to do on your way to move up to supervisory, managerial, and even possibly franchise level, that's on the way there. But just know and be realistic about where you are. But all in all, man, that's that on that one. I'll catch y'all on the next one.